Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. It's good times for all, or Zachary's the Ball if you prefer. In this video we're just taking a look at some of these state parks down here in southern Arkansas. Southeastern Arkansas. Just gorgeous. I haven't found the end of the park yet. I've driven for 5 miles down these really well kept gravel dirt roads, actually. Not a lot of potholes, not a lot of spots where you hit the little bumps, none of that stuff. Just letting my tent air out a little bit, going for a cruise. It's real wet out. As you can see down there, it rained real good all night, all day yesterday. The soil around here, though, getting closer to the Mississippi River, and you can tell the ground, there's actual dirt here. It's not just, I've been staying in a lot of places that are mostly rock. A little bit of topsoil, but mostly rock. And here, you can really see the dirt floor that the forest has. And it appears to be a fairly young forest. Like most of this may have been lumbered out some time ago. Not many of the trees, there's a big guy right there, but most of the trees are young. When you look in real deep, you can see a lot of young trees. So this may have been forested at one time, and now they're just letting it regrow. Beautiful out here, though. These are my type of state parks. All it is a gravel road that's going through the woods, and it's got little designated areas for camping. Just these little clearings where they clear out all the little trees and they put a little bit of gravel down for you to park on. But Arkansas, the whole state of Arkansas, the northern part is Ozark Mountains, real hilly, a lot of ups and downs, but beautiful, some gorgeous sights. And then southern Arkansas, it starts leveling out and it's just as beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous here. I'm not even close to Louisiana, and I believe my elevation is below 200 feet. And I don't think there's any more hills or anything like that in between me and southern Louisiana, where I'm headed. They have some places that are private property back here, which makes me think that a lot of this was donated land. The pink is for hunting areas. You'll see some pink painting on the trees some places. That's a designated hunting area that you should not enter without a permit. And then the blue, there are places with the blue paint on surrounding trees, and those are the campsites. But this just goes on for miles, folks. It just keeps going. And there's places like this all over. Really, I'm finding every state that I've been to, you can find these places if you just look. Look for wildlife, refuge areas, conservation areas, wildlife conservation. A lot of them have camping places. They won't even, you'll have to go and ask somebody if there's camping. I use a website, freecamp.org or freecamp.net, something like that, or Camp Free. There's a bunch of them out there. And they'll tell you which ones are free, how much, which ones are. They have some that are reviewed by people. But no, I've been on the road for over 2 weeks now, and I've probably spent 40, 60, under $100 staying at places. Every few days I'll go to a place that has nice showers and stuff like that. I like some of most of them are state parks. Every place I've paid has been a state park except for the very first night. I just was on the road a little too long and wanted to get to where I was going, and the place I was going wasn't all that nice. Here's one of the blue ones, one of the camping areas. Places back in there for you to set up a tent. But yeah, you can go see this country, and it really won't cost you a whole lot. And if you get prepared for it, it's real nice. Having a nice big tent. If you're gonna be using it, you know, for weeks straight, I'd advise to get a big tent if you can carry one. It makes it so much nicer to have the room. And get, if you can, some type of, I mean, sleeping on the ground isn't horrible. I don't really mind it, but having the cot is so nice, just for the bugs and things like that. But yeah, there's so many of these places out here, folks. And it's just woods for miles. Everywhere you look, you see woods. See maybe the pink is private property. I think it's a hunting club or something like that. I read a sign. There's the old campsite. The yurt. Just letting it air out a little bit. Try to camp with a nice opening above your head. You don't want to camp under too many big branches. A lot of these state parks, a lot of the trees, they're let to go how they go. They're really nice campsites. No even vaulted toilets. There's nothing out here. No water, no electricity, no toilet systems at all. You dig a hole and you go there, which keeps a lot of people away. Which is why I've never been to one that was full. It is late in the season for camping for most people, but I have come across a few people that are living at campsites. Another one. Most of these are you can stay a few weeks, stuff like that. I've learned not to go driving down dirt roads with grass up in the middle. They usually get a little dicey, and I could just imagine getting stuck out in the middle of nowhere. How much that would cost to get towed out. But yeah, beautiful stuff out here. That's like the only type of thing you'll see, stuff like that. That's man-made. And a sign every now and then. But I just wanted to share with you I usually go for a morning walk. But there was a bunch of water in the bed of the truck, and I wanted to get it out of there and go up a couple hills and all that kind of good stuff. So I figured I'd just do it from here. I might start doing more of these. Once I get to a Wi-Fi spot, I'll start uploading them. Yeah, there's all this untapped land out here, folks. And it's not just the state parks that are like this. There's all kinds of. So when they tell you that there isn't enough land out there, this and that, yada yada yada, don't believe any of that. Until you go out and look for yourself, don't believe what anybody tells you about this kind of stuff. There's lots of land out here. I've seen so much land compared to people. Of course, I've stayed away from all the big cities, but I've done hundreds and hundreds of miles now. And I guarantee I've seen, geez, oh Pete's, more open fields with not even a crop on them than I have seen even small cities. Most of the cities I see are under 5,000 population. There's probably more deer that live within a couple miles of the town than people. And who knows how far back that stuff goes. They have fences put up now, gates in a lot of these places. And I hear they're doing this everywhere, closing off a lot of these parks to keep people in from getting out there. Vegetation is starting to change even more now. From up there, even in southern Missouri compared to southern Arkansas, I'm starting to see subtle differences. And that's not even that far. But just from the higher elevations getting down into the lower elevations down here. There's so much to learn, folks. And then you can go somewhere else a few hundred miles away, and again, there's so much so many new things that you can learn. I would say if you ever have time and you get a chance, and the only thing holding you back from doing it is just you, because that's what it was for me for a very long time, I'd give it a try. Go out and you don't have to even do hundreds of miles. There's so much stuff you could probably find within 100 miles of where you are right now that you didn't even know were there. Well, hi. But this world is so big. And I wish I had just unlimited funds to where I could just do this forever. I would only be doing 20, 30 miles a day if I knew I could be out here indefinitely, without worrying about money or this or that, or paying for gasoline and food and a shower every once in a while. So I'm a little more rushed than I'd like to be, even though I'm not being rushed at all. I still want to go find my spot, the thing I want to wake up and look at, where I want to build with my own hands, my home, and things like that. It'll be a totally new adventure once that chapter of my life starts. But I'd like this to last as long as I can make it. It's really, really neat seeing all these different things. I'm glad I have my camera to take a lot of pictures. Eventually I'll be making a video and upload, and I'll do it in different, I don't know if it'll be an area thing or if probably not. It'll probably be a I have one on just mushrooms, one on just trees, one on just birds, one on just insects and bugs and animals, and seeing a lot of neat things out here. When you don't have a whole lot to focus on in the, you know, the illusion world, the world that, you know, we have created. When you get back out here to the real world, it's amazing. It's like being a child again. Just seeing all these things and realizing again just how much they're trying to realize, trying to fathom how much there actually is to know. I'm just heading back to the campsite. Gonna get it packed up, the rest of it, get heading out. Found a pretty cool place. It's a state park. They have showers and stuff. It says it's like $11, which isn't bad. Parking area. But yeah, just woods for miles, folks. It's even if you can't even get out, you know, even if the bugs are bad, or even if it's hot, you can sit with your air conditioning and just roll through some of this stuff. Even though I advise going early in the morning when it isn't hot, so you can't have your windows down. The birds can be just so beautiful sounding in the morning. One thing I have noticed about this place, though, there's not that much as a way of birds, or I haven't seen any squirrels. I've heard a few things here and there. Makes me wonder a little bit. Little coverters. But yeah, those are about the only man-made things out here. And these roads. With the little parking areas. That's it. The rest is just a little slice of heaven. But yeah, check out your local state parks, folks. The way things are going, they might not be there forever. You may not have a chance to go there and see these things ever again. So before it's too late, go for a ride through your local state parks. It's you might be surprised at what you'll see. It's just right around the corner. So that's it. This is Good Times for All. Signing out. And as always, thanks for watching.